If you're one of the 13.7 million Aussies with private health insurance extras, you're about 6 weeks away from possibly wasting a whole lot of dough.
December 31 is D-Day, where your annual benefits like dental, optical and physio will disappear unless claimed. Then, as we roll into 2026, customers are being warned to prepare for more pain with premium price hikes. When isn't there one? For more, we welcome the Economic Director from Compare the Market, David Koch. Hello, Kochie.
Hey,
Hello, guys.
Or should we say pop culture expert? Do we need to explain what that was before we went to the ad break? That was a bit of TikTok.
Yes, it is a TikTok trend at the moment. They asked me to do it. I checked with Matilda, my 18-year-old granddaughter, last night after I picked her up from schoolies and said, "What is this jackass thing?" And she goes, "Oh, it's a big trend. We were doing it on schoolies and all that sort of stuff."
Yeah.
So a bit of fun.
Yeah,
it's
the
good.
best bit.
Thank you.
Two old guys outside before you came in did go, and we were talking, is it jackass or jackass? All right, let's get into the serious stuff. How much do policyholders stand to lose if they do not use their extras?
Yeah, look, some of the basic cover has up to $2,700 in extras a year. So the big thing to do right now is check your private health insurance policy. What sort of extras do you have and how much can you claim? And make sure you use it up before December 31 because it doesn't roll over, it doesn't add to next year. It disappears, so you might as well use it rather than it go to the profits of your health fund. Now, it's everything from dentistry to physios to podiatrists. Sort of, I just went and got my orthotics checked because I had some to use on my private health insurance and glasses, everything.
I think you'll be careful. It's got to be things you need, though, Kosher, because sometimes you spend $100 to get the $10 back.
Right. Okay.
Isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like you go and you get the massage and put over your health card and you get $22 back from the $120.
Exactly right. So, very good point, Kylie, because it's also time to check whether you need your extras now and the extent of the extras that you've got. Because if all of a sudden you're going to check your policy and go, well, I've got all this money to spend in 5 weeks, but I don't really need to, you then start to think to yourself, well, do I need it as part of the policy?
Sure.
And if you drop it, your premiums drop.
Yes, and that's a better saving.
Exactly.
And when you do have to spend the money, well, just spend it, you're still in front.
So,
right?
It's a good audit. Depends, you know, if you're in a family situation, kids with orthodontics and all that sort of stuff, you need it.
Yeah.
But if you're through that, well, maybe.
Every time you come in here, I remember that we've still got pregnancy cover. And I just, every time, I never do anything about it.
Although you're a virile young man.
That's right.
You just never know, Larry.
You just don't know your life. Many people will be impacted by December 31 deadline, of course, but not all policies go with the calendar year.
No, that's right. This is another reason to check your policy, because the 2 resets, or 3 types of resets, end of calendar year, end of financial year, or the anniversary for when you took your policy out and your coverage. So most of it, though, is end of calendar year. All of the big ones are end of calendar year. So chances are your extras will expire on 31st of December.
You've got some tips here on a graphic for finding the right policy for us. Yeah,
and it's really important because it is confusing, private health insurance, so it's got to be ditch any of the unused extras, as we said. So go through those extras now, do an audit of your private health insurance policy, ones you don't know, get out of. If you do switch policies, waiting periods may still apply. So if you decide, hey, I'm not covered for this extra that I think I really need, so I'm going to replace it with something else, make sure any waiting periods apply. There are sometimes specials and times of the year where they'll say, we'll drop waiting periods, so take advantage of that.
Can I add another tip to that?
Yep.
If you've got a child who's recently turned 21 and they're still at university, check, because for the second time, the company has wiped my 21-year-old son off our policy. He went to use it and he couldn't use it. I rang them and said, what are you doing? And they went, oh, we just assume he's 21, we'll take him off. So if something really big had to happen, I said, no, why don't you dare do that? And we
Yep.
got into a big fight. But they
Did you
said it's
deploy-
up to me.
Did you deploy the spotlight team?
They said it was up to me to let them know that he was
Exactly
still studying.
right.
Well, I said, well, how about you don't assume?
Yep, and we did a big focus on this, didn't we? And your
Well,
money
that
and your
happened
life,
the second time.
and reminded you of it.
Yes.
It's really important. And so many of us have adult kids that still live at home or come
Yeah.
back again, or they just finish uni or at uni, and you cover them, do the right thing.
Yeah.
But you've
They
got
did
to.
it to me again.
Yeah.
Now-
did it to you again.
They did it to me again, yes.
They really don't like it. Apparently, it always pays to compare.
Yes.
So what's your advice?
Look, again, check all your policies, but also we're going to have private health insurance increases, usually around the 1st of April. They'll get announced between now and the end of February. So shop around, look for any perks or promotions that they may have. If there's an alternative policy that is a cheaper premium, sometimes they go through specials. If you don't use it, you lose it with your extras and similar. Look for similar products. If you increase the level of your coverage, you may have to set waiting periods. If you go from one level of cover to the other, no waiting periods.
Yeah.
It's just an automatic transfer.
Mate, amazing
So-
day that you could come in here and talk about orthopaedics and TikTok. It
Yeah.
was a classic Koshy day.
Thanks,
Good to see you,
Koshy.
mate.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thanks for having me.
All right.